In this video, we're going to be talking about the real estate market here in Central Contra Costa as of February 2026 and what buyers need to do to maximize this market, to get the most out of this market. Now, if you're somebody who stays updated regarding the real estate market, look around the screen. You can see our subscribe button, subscribe to our channel. We'll keep you updated. Also, if you have questions, put it in the comments below. We'll get back to you. Again, we're going to be talking about the market here in February 2026. One of the things we're seeing, and go ahead and pop the slide up here, we have companies like Cotality, which was formerly CoreLogic, and the California Association of Realtors is really saying that Cotality is saying we're going to have an average increase in the price of homes of 4.5%, where California Association of Realtors is saying we're going to have a 3.6% increase. That's the average you're looking at. Now, let's take a look at this graph. This is a monthly average price of homes. One of the things we see is we have a selling season. It typically happens in the second quarter, sometime running from the end of April until the beginning of June. And that's where we see the most demand for home. We see the most real estate activity and we see the highest prices. Now, if Cotality is saying we're going to have a 4.5% increase in the price of homes, during that time period, that's an annual average. During that time period, we're probably going to see a 7-8% increase. If you're selling $1 million home, 8%, that's $80,000. So really looking to getting your home on the market probably around April, taking advantage of that selling season is something you want to do if you're a seller right now. Now, one of the things also is if you look, I think it's an orange line there, you see that in 2026, right now, February, prices are up, so we're seeing prices trending in a positive direction. So that's a good start to the year. Now, the other thing that's real important, let's pop this next slide up, is interest rates. This is the 30-year fixed rate mortgage for the last 30 years, the last year, not 30 years, but last year. Now, if you look at this, we're actually seeing rates are at the lowest level. That 30-year fixed rate mortgage, which is the most popular mortgage, is at the lowest we've seen since about September 2022. Now, these low rates are going to give buyers more buying power. It's going to bring more buyers to the market. It's going to create more demand for homes. It's going to create competition for the homes, and it's going to drive prices up. Now, there is one concern that's out there. Now, let's take a look at this last slide. This is inventory. If you look at that blue line in January, this is monthly inventory, the average months of inventory available. So that blue line is telling us in January, there was almost 4 months of inventory available. Now, that's the highest January we've seen even before 2018. If you look across the board, it's pretty high. Now, unfortunately, if we're seeing high inventory right now, some things that does is it really kind of gives buyers more options. It keeps our prices low, keeps competition for homes low. So that's something we gotta watch. We gotta ensure that the market right now is eating up this inventory, and that's gonna end up driving prices up. Now, whatever market we're in, there's 4 things you really got to focus on when you're a seller to really kind of look at maximizing your price. Number 1, guys, you got to make sure that your home looks great. Okay, you got to make sure we've got great pictures, stage, so forth, the best a home can look. Number 2, you got to make sure it's accessible to buyers. Make sure they can visit the home at open houses, they can visit the home with their realtors and so forth. Number 3, you got to make sure the home stays on the market long enough that everybody in the market, every potential buyer in the market sees the home. This creates a lot of demand, brings a lot of people to the home, and that demand and people competing for homes is what's going to drive your price up. And number 4, you got to price to create demand. Again, guys, if you're somebody who stays updated regarding the real estate market, look around the screen. You're going to see our subscribe button, subscribe to our channel, leave your questions below in the comments. Have a great rest of your week now. Bye-bye.